There is, however, a second intelligence that has a body on board the ship, and it's I believe held in one location, so do not need to worry.
Alan just face palms the fuck out of his face.
I offer him a swig of my bottle.
He takes it. Then he almost vomits because it's disgusting.
Yeah, and it's really fucking strong.
You're like, ugh.
So if they haven't noticed, we're all in like force fields with spike throwers. And Leech is like, make sure you guys stay inside of the security perimeter.
And hold hands.
Alan just mumbles something to himself. His crew is like, we're fucking dead. They're like whispering, we're fucking dead. Fuck this. Why did I join this crew? What the fuck?
I offer him a second swig.
The crew, Alan's crew, just goes up to you to drink.
Mapachin steps in and says like, hey, we need everybody to stay sharp.
What? It's a party.
After we finish the work.
Oh, okay. Raiden still drinks himself.
As usual.
And we'll hand out laser rifles, I guess, to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do have a large arsenal of weaponry.
I believe you do, yes.
I think we have a lot of extra laser rifles, so... Are those the ones that can be burst fired?
Yes.
No. Yes, they can, yeah. And they get a natural +1. So even if they're not skilled with guns, they can shoot a laser rifle really well.
Let me check for expert their level.
They're all incredibly proficient at laser rifles, randomly.
They aren't.
We hired the ones that were. No.
They have 0 on energy weapons. Which is good enough already.
0 is better than -1.
I give Alan my semi-automatic pistol that says like New Prophet on it. Or whatever. New Truth. Yeah.
He's like, you killed one of them.
No, I won it in a card game.
A card game, really?
Yeah.
Those guys don't really play cards, you know?
Yeah, but it wasn't one of those guys. I don't know where
That's obviously why they lost. They weren't very good at the cards.
The cards.
The cards?
Kids these days playing the cards.
I imagine you're playing some form of variant of the Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what.
Yes, poker is called Pokemon.
Texas Hold'em Pokemon.
Yes. Oh my god.
I got a pair of
You gotta have a full house of them all.
A game would never end. It would take years.
I believe you're having some form of shower right now.
It sounds like either a shower or something is sizzling.
Oh, he's having a shower with some sexy ladies. Okay, I guess.
Fuck you, Phil. I wish.
Sizzling your meat on their hot bodies.
Did you not go to a strip club for your birthday, Hariel?
No.
Well, I'm gonna have to come over there and fix that and take you out to a strip club.
I wouldn't mind that. Okay, so as you guys go through the first door, the hallway that Xavier took you through, it's littered with the corpses of those augmented creatures. All of them have at least a limb missing, a hole through the head, no head, few holes through the chest.
I kick them to the side of the hallway and say, Don't worry about that. As you can see, we easily dealt with them.
And it's clear. It is clear
just...
that it wasn't your doing this. Yeah.
Well, they don't know that.
They don't know that. Yes. And they're like, "What the fuck are these things?"
We called them Jolly Boys.
Please, Mr. Eastfield, don't patronize me.
It's just, we'd like to name them very, very nice, happy things. Makes killing them easier.
So you guys get to the maintenance room where Natasha was locked up. And beyond this very thick pane of glass, you see the reactor.
Here it is.
Mapagine says, "Thar she blows."
And they ask, do all of you have vac suits?
I take it you can't see, but I'm wearing something that doubles as a vac suit.
Does it withstand heavy amounts of radiation?
No.
Doesn't
Then
it?
I would suggest you're set up very far away security perimeter. This is going to be...
Does it not, Ariel?
It does, but not as efficiently as these specialized things.
Okay, well, it looks like we're going to be moving slightly far away from you.
We'll cover your rear.
Yeah, it says these fields filter out most radiation and all microorganisms because they're meant to operate in space, and in space you're basically dealing with all kinds of radiation and shit.
Yes, but this specific reactor is very, very special, let's say.
More radioactive than space.
Space is just...
You're kind of cutting out a little bit for me, Ariel.
But yeah, we're doing
Shit.
security anyway outside of the reactors.
I don't think there are going to be any threats to them inside the reactor.
Yeah, how many toxic spirits are in the reactor?
102.
What is the background count?
100.
I summon a fire spirit.
If you can.
Can we do a game that's just a combination of all the games we play?
Oh my God,
Warhammer
that
would be the
fucking
worst
confusing.
for background count. Do you imagine the background count in Warhammer, all the misery and fucking promethium?
Yeah, imagine how many 9s you would roll with like the Shadowrun system.
Yeah, like roll your 15 dice. Oh, all of them are 9s.
15 D100s.
So, yeah, one of the crew, before you guys go out, he points at the terminals in there, in the maintenance room, and says, do you guys want any of this?
Does it look expensive, Ariel?
It is a pre-tech computer.
Yes, we
I
want
want one,
all
yes.
of it.
And Natasha, was kind of controlling the place from there.
Okay. Rip her out.
Okay, so...
Did Natasha come down with us?
Yes.
What does she say when we say that we want it?
She's fine with it.
Excellent.
She's fine wanting...
Go ahead, then. We'll make sure no jolly boys come up while we're doing this.
Fucking jolly boys.
The assistants roll very well. Okay, everything's on par. Wow. Let's see how long it takes them. So it's going to take them 4 hours to finish work on the reactor. In the first hour, one of the technicians just pulls out the more important bits of the maintenance computer.
Very good. Does it turn the reactor off?
No.
Nope.
No more sizzling. He pulls out the more important bits, of the computer and hands it over to you. Basically places it in a pile.
I see. Thank you very much.
And Natasha immediately goes to work on it.
What's she doing to it?
She seems to be fiddling with it, like hooking herself up to it. Like
Do any of the technicians notice this?
No,
she jacking on in there.
She takes the parts and goes to like a quiet corner once the technicians start, working on the reactor. And during those 4 hours, nothing out of the ordinary happens, really.
Excellent. Everything's going as planned. So the ship's now powered down.
Yeah, after the 4th hour, the reactor, shuts down. You hear that, and the light that was above you goes out. You are in complete darkness, basically.
Everyone turn on your flashlights. We don't want any jolly boys coming up against us in this darkness.
Yeah, I got my night vision goggles, so I flip them on.
And at the end of the 4th hour, Natasha, do all of you have combat?
Combat?
Mm-hmm.
Compads.
Oh, yes.
Cell phones.
Yeah.
Yep.
She sends all of you, footage from this hallway you guys are standing on. And you see what seems to be Elliot with his hair completely shaven and a lot of scars all over him, walking out.
Well, shit.
As a jolly
just
boy.
looks up at the camera and just gives it a smile.
Elliot being
all his characters.
The boy.
Oh.
Former character. The boy.
I see.
You see him just walking out.
Is he walking towards us, or?
No, he's walking, in the direction you would walk to get out of here.
Ah, okay. Well, Raylan takes another big swig, like an even bigger one.
But yeah, that's what she gives you. A grinning Elliot.
There's something not right about that boy.
Does it look like he's been turned into one of the creatures?
No, he looks fairly normal-ish, besides all the scars on him. And, Natasha comes up to you and after she's done fiddling and says that the scarring, all, it's all like very surgical, very, very well done.
Not combat scars.
No, not combat scars.
Well,
none at all, actually.
Maybe we should go murder him just in case someone's implanted him with loads of chips and he's actually harboring the AI.
Mapachine says, Albert, that is quite some imagination you've got.
Sounded perfectly reasonable to me.
We need to kill him in case he's full of chips.
Yeah, Raylan says, I'm not touching the boy.
Yeah, he ain't right.
Okay, so I go kneecap him.
He's not in the ship.
Oh, we just saw a video of him leaving.
Yeah, it's video footage.
Oh, so it isn't happening now.
No.
Is this just what Natasha found on the computer or something?
Yes. She found it on the computer, and a few minutes after that, he had an escort of those creatures, and all of them just start bursting. Their heads pop. That's where all those wounds seem to come from.
They were escorting him out, and then they exploded.
Yes.
So this is old footage?
Yes. Not so old, If she pulls a timestamp, what day is it today? This is from the 10th of June. Or what would be the 10th of June.
Maybe someone should check on the lander.
What? No, but that happened ages ago.
It happened 7 days ago.
Yes.
On the 10th, you were in travel.
Right, I imagine we probably always lock the lander when we leave.
That would be very foolish of you if you didn't.
Wouldn't stop him from, damaging it.
He's
fine.
probably not still here. I mean, it was a week ago.
Yes, but how would he get off?
He's full of chips. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's going to live on the surface of Fromia.
Yeah. And that's what Natasha finds. Elliot walking out. 7 days ago. And 4 hours later, Alan's crew scrambles out the maintenance room. All of them sweaty and shit. They're like, reactor's done. Though, how much can your ship carry? This sucker's heavy. Unless you don't want to sell it.
I don't know. How much can our ship carry?
The Damocles itself can take up to 80 tons, and the lander can take up to 200.
Well, we'll put it in the lander then.
Okay, yeah, they write something on the wall to the entrance, to the reactor, and write lander on it. And he asks, "What's next?" By the way, do you guys know what happened to these things?
They exploded. I'm guessing that Elliot is a psionic now?
You can make whatever conspiracy theory you want.
It's either that or he's full of chips.
Well, so what it appears to be is at least in my head, the AI was experimenting on people, turning them into the Jolly Boys. And, sorry. And it was probably doing it as a way of getting a body. And it finally perfected its technique and did it to Elliot, and is now fucked off inside Elliot.
Sounds correct to me.
That makes sense.
Is that, are you saying that out loud? Or just, is that out of
I
character.
DNI everyone.
You don't have DNI.
Do you text us?
Okay, I use our
Anal
Vox
beads?
communicators.
Yeah, did you buy those for Throne Guilds?
You guys are playing too much Dark Heresy.
Yeah, I compad everyone. Saying that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, after the 4th hour, you have that. You have Alan asking you what's next, what's up, what is about to come, what is the next job.
Navigation things potentially, are they pretty worth a lot?
Yep. Nav
Right.
computer.
Nav computers it is.
The blueprint you have doesn't state any nav computer in the blueprint.
AI core then.
Which would be the computer core.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
There's also lots and lots of
ships.
labs on board. I don't know if they're worth salvaging.
Natasha says maybe the computers have some information on what's been happening here.
Yes. Let's go and find that information.
You do remember that there is an R&D level in the ship.
To research and development it is. Oh god.
Give me a minute, my computer is freaking the fuck out.
There you go, I posted it in chat for everyone else to have an enjoyment.
Watch out for the Jolly Boys. And their kettle drum.
Oh, I'm gonna have to find some kettle drum music. Just when we hear the creatures instead of the tick, 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 tick sound. Ding, 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 ding.
They all speak French as well.
Yeah.
Bonjour!
Welcome back.
It's all they say. Bonjour! Even when they're talking. Bonjour!
Yeah.
Oh.
So, okay. So, what you see from the ship's blueprints, you have the R&D department, which you are going to now. You have 2 fuel bunkers, a bunch of guns, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't have much in the way of navigation, actually.
Okay. Probably the navigation was done by the AIs.
You could be correct, yes.
So what's the computer core? What do we find in that then? Natasha wanted to have a little bit of a nose around.
She said that R&D could possibly give us information on what's been happening here, and then the computer core if you want to deal with the other AI. You also have the armory in the ship that you can get to.
We went to the armory before though, right?
Yes. So, R&D?
That's my vote.
Yes, R&D it is.
Okay, so you guys go down to R&D. As it is, again, deadly quiet, pitch black, you know. It's as if nothing has been living here. Except that the walls are covered in blood and corpses all around. There's actually a lot of those creatures just lying around. It's amazing how many Xavier managed to acquire.
Or create.
I'm going to try shooting one in the head.
It blows up. The head blows up in a shower of gore. And, the crew, the salvaging crew behind you is like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, why did you do that?
Mapuchin turns and looks at them and says, "Our captain, ladies and gentlemen."
I really don't like the Jolly Boys.
Yeah, so much so that you've given them a specific name.
Don't you name your enemies?
Yes, Dickhead, for instance.
Well, in my culture, we call things Jolly Boys.
He rolls his eyes and mumbles something like, fucking Cardise nobles.
Very good.
R&D is basically huge lab with a lot of computers around.
Take those computers.
Yeah, take the parts out of them so Natasha can analyze them.
Okay.
Yeah, is there anything to upgrade my workshop?
In here?
Yeah, I asked Natasha to look for something that could help me with my tinkering endeavors.
She looks at you with this, cocky grin on her face and asks, "Will you allow me to test grenades in there?"
Grenades?
Yes, grenades, explosives, maybe build myself a new body.
Test them.
Build new body, yes. Grenades, no.
I'll provide you a secondary space in the ship for that if you'd like, Natasha.
Assist doesn't work. But the pre-tech does. Okay, it's going to take them 3 hours of work. They bring in parts, a few at a time. Natasha kind of starts fiddling with them. Okay. She pulls up, notes on human consciousness transfer from a brain to regular AI core and vice versa. Bringing an AI core to a human brain. All sorts of that stuff.
Sounds like valuable data. We should collect that.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff on, building android bodies. Stuff the researcher on this, his name is Dr. Xavier. He's very passionate basically about escaping his mortality. That's what the notes seem to say. He's very passionate about escaping his mortal coil into a perfect immortal one.
Who was saying this?
Dr.
Xavier.
Okay. And there's illustrations and all sorts of notes. There's a picture of him, of Dr. Xavier. He's this very, very old man. Could be in his hundreds of years old. Almost falling apart. He has two cybernetic legs on him. One cybernetic eye. He is Yes, a cyber golem. He is basically falling apart in the last notes.
So is Natasha showing us this on our compads or something?
Yeah, she's sharing with you what she's finding.
Because Mapachin says this could be interesting for you, Natasha, perhaps.
Why is that?
You could be a real boy.
Yeah, it's like Pinocchio. You could be a real boy, a real girl, and then, maybe that would take some of the chase off of you. People looking out for AIs. I don't know.
But I am fine like this. Actually, I am safer like this. If this body is destroyed, I have the other one in the Sword of Damocles ready to go.
Yeah, I mean,
While
frankly,
you don't have a backup.
Yeah, the flesh is weak, but but
the flesh has nerve endings.
It seems like an interesting
so
procedure
do
and
I.
technique.
Mm-hmm. Sure you do.
I can feel things just like a normal human does.
You haven't seen Star Trek, have you, Data?
I myself haven't seen Star Trek, no, but I know who Data is. He's like the AI android they have in the ship.
Heresy.
I know. I'm not old enough.
Oh, I thought you meant Natasha hadn't seen it. Wow, Harriel, you haven't seen it?
You haven't seen Star Trek: The Next Generation? Oh my god.
No.
But it's okay that I haven't, right? I'm excused.
You can hand in your nerd credentials immediately.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not handing over my nerd credentials.
Ariel, how did you get interested in, like, space and stuff, then?
I don't know.
I mean, I know this is kind of, like, off the track or whatever,
So
but I
we're
kind
gonna
of
take
thought
a
that
break.
you had seen Star Trek or something.
You should just go start watching Star Trek. Start at the first season, and
we're done, guys. We're forcing Harriel to watch all of Star Trek: Next Generation.
I've seen 3 episodes of the original series. Come on.
To be honest, the original series, it was like breakthrough for its time, but it's objectively not that great. TNG is amazing.
I found it interesting. I found the subject that interesting, but it's not something I would waste my time watching.
What?
Sorry.
Oh my
Jean-Luc Picard of the University of Huddersfield.
I'm sorry, but it's just I don't.
The Next Generation has some of the best writing a TV show's ever had, I would say.
Isn't that the one with Will Wheaton?
Yes.
Yes.
Has an all-star cast, man.
Fine, I'll give it a look. Happy?
Yeah, you have homework until next week. Watch first season.
Okay, I'll do my best to watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. Natasha does have what could be called nerve endings. That's what she says, at least. Yeah. 3 hours. Let's do another computer roll for her. There's more information coming in.
Hold up.
But basically, what we just learned was there's an actual human, and the actual human became basically an AI in the ship, and now he's gone back inside Elliot.
Oh, I have it here. This is what the last picture of the notes show you.
Ah, Locutus. Harold wouldn't get that reference because he hasn't seen The Next Generation.
That's what the notes show. That's,
Resistance is futile, yeah.
That is Dr. Xavier.
I see.
Or was.
But this research that Natasha was showing us, it was, to put an AI in a human body and vice versa?
Vice versa, yeah. Basically, my body is old and weak. Okay,
Right.
let's get a new one at the body shop.
Yeah, become a parasite.
Transhumanism. But yeah, that was the last picture of Dr. Xavier before he became Elliot. Okay, and the last bits of information she pulls is basically, tests on the weapons in the armory, more specifically on the shock rifle, testing that something called the Jack. And the Jack is basically described as a mech, a suit.
Ooh.
And when we turn it off, what do we call it?
I hate you. I hate you so much. Yeah, that is Dr. Xavier and the shock rifle. Let me check the damage on it. Because it has, accurate descriptions of the damage. It does. It was tested on live subjects, like Dr. Xavier.
Out of my head, Charles.
So the shock rifle, it does 1d10 damage to organic targets, and it does 2d8 damage on mechanical targets, vehicles included.
Can we get a loot handout?
You have a loot handout.
Brilliant. Is this...
Cause I have a new
Does
one.
anyone
Mine's
want
all
this?
soggy.
Dry it up.
2d8 on mechanical, is that all mechanical?
All mechanical, yeah.
It's like a heavy mech.
Mechs.
Including Borg.
Is it a man-portable weapon?
Yes.
So it's like a rifle that you can shoot a heavy mech with, and it does 2d8?
Yes.
Wow.
But the heavy mech also has a fuck ton of weaponry, so it kind of balances out. And
Yeah,
more
but
range.
heavy mechs are like how many millions of neon?
Reddit.
Whatever. How much are they? Like, I think I statted one out. It was crazy. Like if that
Keep it in
rifle
the fake
gets
point.
out, mechs will be useless because you can just field an army with those shock rifles, and for 10 million credits, you can have how many rifles versus one mech? 100 guys with those rifles. Like, okay, yeah, the mech will kill some of them, but the other 95 guys that return fire, that mech's gone.
Yeah, but the weapon doesn't penetrate the armor of the mech. It's D8, it's 2d8 without AP.
Oh, so it won't do damage to mechs then, really?
To a heavy mech, no. No damage at all.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
But yeah, you could sell this to an interested party that doesn't like mechs and get some money out of it.
Auction.
I mean, if you want to fuel the fires of war.
We'll hold on to it for the moment.
So this is like an
Just in
unknown. This
case.
is like a new weapon no one knows about.
let's say you researched it on Gunhild. You find very few mentions of a weapon that can do what this one can do.
Okay, let's pretend it's our design and our intellectual property, and we start constructing them.
Raylan's
Constructing
eyes
them.
becomes dollar signs.
There's a few mentions here and there of other shock rifles around. But in total, you could count like 1,000 of them. 1,001 with yours.
Okay, so we're going into production of these. We're going to make our own megacorp.
That is something you can do, actually.
Holy shit.
Make your own faction.
We should be able to sell them to whoever hates Gunhild for a ridiculous amount of money.
Fueling the fires of war.
We're going to call this organization the Allies.
It's like, it won't be able to hurt a heavy mech, but a light mech only has like 10 armor. So if there's anybody that's like fights against Gunhild, they probably have to deal with light sci-mechs all the time.
Not just light sci-mechs.
Like the Valkyries or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those things would...
you spent a lot of time on Gunhild. I bet
like,
you got a bit of information on the Valkyries already. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, obviously a light sci-mech, is going to wreck one dude with one of those rifles, but a light sci-mech base cost is $1 million, and it'd be like another $1 million to outfit it. And I would guess, like 5 guys or something could probably drop one. So we have 1,000, so that would be like... That's a really...
No, you yourself don't have 1,000.
Oh, I thought you said there was 1,000 of them.
There's 1,000
mentions
like,
of
in
them.
the sector.
Ah.
Owned by various people.
So some people already have these.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aww.
But we're going to go into production of them, so it's all good.
Yeah, could I like roll science later for like making up the blueprint of it?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that is R&D done.
So we have the like knowledge of how to put a head on a stick and keep it alive now, right?
Kind of. You do need.
I'm going to start selling dogsicles.
You need
like dog heads on sticks.
The Russians did that. There's some disturbing videos on YouTube of dogs getting head transplants.
You do need very, very, very specific technology to do this.
What was the doctor on Gunhild called?
The one
Dr.
that's
Karen?
your friend?
Karen, yeah. We're totally going to go to her with this.
Turn us into cyborgs.
Like,
Yes.
there's an ad. Do you want to live forever?
And then Natasha is going to be like, so you're still human? After all this, you're still human?
If we learned anything from you, Natasha, that even robots are alive.
Once a human, always a human.
Yeah, Natasha, how do you know you weren't a human that was transferred into a cybernetic body?
She shrugs and says, after looking at this, I don't know. I may as well be one. Though I don't recall anything besides the Sydney.
Maybe that's to like spare you the post-traumatic stress of having all those former memories.
Perhaps. I don't know which. That's something I would need to my
Maybe that's why you think
creator
you're female.
about. Maybe. I don't know, Leech. I honestly don't know.
Mapachin says, seeing what computers and circuitry can do, I don't know that I'm not a computer.
Maybe we're all in a computer right now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe this is just a game.
Oh my god!
Is the color red the same red that I see, that you see?
My hands are so big.
No, it's green.
I actually hear red. I don't see it.
So from R&D, where do you want to go?
Can I just, to clarify, we don't have one of those shock rifles. We just have like data on it. Or
No,
what?
you have one,
We have
and
one.
data on it.
Okay.
Not how it's built, but
Who
damage reports and everything.
thinks that they could use this weapon just in case we come against the grey man?
Natasha has energy weapons at 0. But did you bring the shock rifles with you?
Oh, is it just told us about the shock rifle that we found
Yeah,
earlier?
that you found last session. Or last session.
I don't know.
Well, I've got a spike thrower, which should be good against everything except for, like, I think mechs are immune to those. But we shouldn't be fighting a mech.
Suits aren't immune.
Yeah, the suits aren't, but yeah, light and heavy are immune to man-portable weapons, right?
Yep.
But I mean, if we run into a mech, we're leaving.
If you run into a mech, you're fucked, son.
We're gonna get in our ship, and we're gonna shoot fractal impact charges at where we kind of think the mech is.
Blow it to bits. My computer is freaking out.
No. Computer, quit doing the drugs.
I know, right? Yeah. From here, you want to go to the computer core?
You know it.
Okay. Just waiting for my computer to not freak out at me uploading an image. Come on. Okay, it's fine. Okay, computer core. So, who's going up front? Who's taking point?
Leech can take point.
I'm just behind Leech.
Mapachine is in front of Raylan.
Okay.
And we've got the team of people inside of us, like we're a perimeter around them.
Okay, so it would be Leech and Mr. Eastfield on the front, the technicians, and then Raylan and Mapachine on the back. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Natasha?
Natasha is in the back.
And the technicians have been instructed that if we get into combat, that they should all like basically take like a crouching or like lowered position and fire with their laser rifles. You know, 5 guys fire to the front, 5 guys fire to the back, and they crouch down so that they don't get hit by crossfire.
That's a picture of the Jack.
Is it a mech or a robot?
It's a mech, at least according to the notes.
Which hull is it? Light or shock or heavy?
It's a specialist suit.
Yeah, but oh, so it's a. I see. Yeah, it's a suit size.
So yeah, 4 meters tall at most. Okay, let me grab a random token for an NPC.
Wow.
And boom. Okay, so according to the blueprint, the only way to the computer core is through this long hallway. The gray man indicated it to you before. And yeah, as you walk along, all these little turrets pop out from the ceiling above you guys. So you can roll initiative.
Are they still on when the power is off?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alan did say that some security systems could have their own power source.
Slow ass turrets.
Okay, technicians go first. I guess they see the turrets and just freak the fuck out. They're basically going to focus fire. Not going to roll 10 d20s. That's crazy.
You could have them like assist each other too.
I don't think there's assisting in combat. Unfortunately.
I mean, you could just say that like they pair off or whatever, and the 10 guys make 5 shots at a +1 or something.
Yeah.
Or 3 shots at a +2.
One man carries the gun, the other one carries the ammunition.
Enemy at the gates.
Yeah.
Hey man, sniper teams always work as spotters.
Yeah.
With like a team of 2 or whatever.
Okay. 2 for their skill, support, and energy, and the turret's AC. 7.
I put snow in my mouth, so it can't see my breath.
Hit, no hit. No hit. Hit. and hit. 3 hits. So, yeah, they would focus on a single turret. And yeah, they blow one of them up.
The fastest one?
One. The one on the right.
Pew!
Lame.
Mapachin.
Mopchin will fire at the next one.
Okay.
What's its AC?
7. You miss. Raylan.
Okay.
You hit. Roll damage. What weapon are you using?
The thermal.
Okay. Yeah, you're close enough. Yes. You damage it, but it's not completely gone. You
Nice.
see... oops, no, shit. You see, bits of circuitry being burned off.
Hmm.
Albert.
I'm going to shotgun the one which looks like it's about to fire next. It looks twitchy. Firing a burst.
Okay.
Do you use the meta tool for this, or?
He did.
Huh? Oh. So I have a 1 projectile. It's burst, so I get another +1. I don't think I get anything from my dex because it's a 12.
Nope.
So what am I rolling?
Skill plus dex plus attack bonus plus 2 for burst plus 7 for their AC.
So 10.
Yeah. You miss.
Brilliant.
She hits. And does 3d10 actually instead of 2d10. And rips this turret to shreds. This one is going to shoot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1d6, 6 being into the crowd. One is leech. What's your AC? -1, correct?
Yes.
It misses. This one is gone. Leech.
I shoot at whichever one looks like it has a shot on the crowd. Like, easiest. Like, I'm basically trying to put myself in between the guns and the crowd, and then shoot anyone that would still have a shot on the crowd.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And what's the AC?
7. You destroy one of them. Okay, the last 2. Is going to Albert. Your AC is 0, right?
But I thought it would be the same as leeches, or is that
Do you have a Dex mod?
no?
I get a -1 to my AC because of Dex.
Then no.
Yes. Into the crowd.
Can I step in front of that? No.
No. You cannot use your skill to take a shot, only to avoid them. Was there Vex suits? Misses. The technicians will try and hit the turret that...
Leech yells at them to get to cover. Since we've got this, it's not worth you guys getting hit. Stay behind us and get to cover.
Okay, so they will scramble into cover and take shots. Hit. They all hit except for one group, who drops their rifle because they're so fucking scared. And yeah, they wreck one of the turrets.